You that work with software development. Certainly, sometime you already had to deal with some hash value or with some message digits as it usually is called of. Examples of these values you can see here in my screen, like this example here, the output of the MD5 algorithm, or this output here, generated by the SHA-1 algorithm. Okay, but these values here actually are just hexadecimal values of the actual value we have for this hash value. And why one message digit that had to have just 128 bits actually needs 32 bytes to be represented? So that's the goal of this video. Show to you why we are adopting hash values to transfer hash data and what are the trade-offs of adopting such methodology. So let's go. So now let's understand how these values are produced, generated, and why they have the size they have. So as you can see here, we have several possible algorithms for generating hash values. We have famous ones like MD5, SHA-1, SHA-256, SHA-512. So these values actually generated one hash value based on its name. So the SHA-512 has generated one hash with the value of, you can see here, 512 bits. Okay, but when we generate the hash value, you can see here how long the hash value has, and it actually has the size of 128 bits. So if you take this value, okay, if you open its calculator, and then if you input this value, it's the size in bytes. Okay, it means we have here 128 characters, 128 bytes. So converting these values to bits, you actually have that multiplied by 8. And then you have here the size in bits. So as you can see, we always work with the double of the information we need to. So here for SHA-512, we have this value here. For 500 SHA-256, we have 64 bytes that actually multiplied by 8 will be 512, so the double of. And the same for MD5, we have here 28 bits that actually could be represented with 16 characters, but actually we need 32 characters to transfer that, to present that as string, so the double of the size we need to. And why we do that? We do that because hexadecimal values are easier to transfer between network HTTP connections, is easier to store in databases, more easy than to store it as a blob object, as a binary object. So that's the reason we utilize hexadecimal values. We have the trade-off of double the information we need to store. But on the other hand, we have one simple representation, then we can transfer this hash from one side to the another and work with that. You can print this hash in some document and use this hash to validate its content in some digital signature algorithm, for example. So it's that for this video. Showed you the importance and the reason we adopt hash using hexadecimal values to represent its actual values that are generated just with bytes. Okay, if you want to reproduce and has access to these algorithms and code, all of these examples was done here using crypto library from Node.js, and then here we just generate the hash values based in the algorithms provided by this library. Okay, thank you for watching and see you next time.